Questions 1 and 2. Listen to portion 1 of Talk A.
I'd like to welcome all of you to what is, I think, the most unusual course offered by the biology department, the ecology of coral reefs. This course is unique because of our research methods. We don't just collect data from the library. Instead, we go to a coral reef in the Virgin Islands to do field studies.
Number 1. What does the speaker imply about the course? Number 2. How will students do research in this class? Questions 3 and 4. Listen to portion 2 of Talk A.
To prepare you for this trip, we'll first do some formal classroom work in biology. We'll also be going to the university pool to practice scuba diving and to learn the basics of underwater photography. And we'll be talking about precautions you must take to avoid damaging the reef. A coral reef is a very fragile environment, as you'll see.
Number 3. Which of the following will be studied in a formal classroom setting? Number 4. How does the speaker characterize tropical reefs? Questions 5 and 6. Listen to portion 3 of Talk A.
Because of the nature of this course, it does require a certain financial commitment on your part. The department can only provide basic equipment for you. You have to pay for your own airfare to the Virgin Islands, as well as for your food and lodging. There are a few limited scholarships available for those who might have financial problems. See me after class if you're interested in applying for one of these. Any questions?
Number 5. What will the department provide the students in this class? Number 6. What does the speaker suggest for those who might have problems with the costs of this course? Questions 7 and 8. Listen to portion 1 of Talk B.
The largest American land mammals are bears. Maybe because bears can stand up and walk on 2 legs, we humans have always found them fascinating. Another characteristic bears have in common with humans is their range of appetite. As a matter of fact, they'll eat almost anything: berries, roots, nuts, meat, fish, and of course, they're particularly fond of honey.
Number 7. The speaker suggests that bears are interesting to humans for what reason? Number 8. What does the speaker imply about the eating habits of bears? Questions 9 and 10. Listen to portion 2 of Talk B.
The largest bear is the giant Kodiak of Alaska. When this giant stands up, it may reach a height of 10 feet, and it may weigh up to 1,500 pounds. 10 feet tall and weighing 3/4 of a ton, what a sight they must be! Outside of Alaska, the largest bear in the United States is the grizzly bear. There aren't many of these bears left in North America, probably only a few thousand. Most of those live in Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming.
Number 9. How tall can Kodiak bears be when they are standing? Number 10. Where do most grizzly bears live? Questions 11 and 12. Listen to portion 3 of Talk B.
Now, the most common bear in the United States is the black bear, which you'll see in many parts of the country. These bears are smaller than grizzlies and may seem friendly, but watch out. Like all bears, they are unpredictable and can be dangerous.
Number 11. What is the most common type of bear in the United States? Number 12. Which of the following can be inferred from the lecture about black bears? Questions 13 to 14. Listen to portion 1 of Talk C.
The skies above Earth are turning into a junkyard, according to space scientists. Ever since the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the first satellite way back in 1957, virtually every launch has contributed to the amount of debris in Earth orbit. Luckily, most of this junk burns up after it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere. But some will be up there in orbit for years to come.
Number 13. When did orbital debris first become a problem? Number 14. What happens to most pieces of orbital debris? Questions 15 to 16. Listen to portion 2 of Talk C.
Today, there are about 8,000 bodies in orbit being monitored from Earth. Out of all those, only around 300 to 400 are active and useful. There are also probably 500,000 pieces of debris too tiny to be monitored.
Number 15. How many orbital bodies are being monitored today? Number 16. Why is it impossible to monitor most pieces of orbital debris? Questions 17 and 18. Listen to portion 3 of Talk C.
Some orbital debris is as big as a bus, but most is in the form of tiny flecks of paint or pieces of metal. The debris also includes food wrappers, an astronaut's glove, the lens cap from a camera, broken tools, and bags of unwashed uniforms. The largest pieces, mostly empty booster rockets, are not necessarily the most dangerous because they can be detected and spacecraft can maneuver away from them. And the smallest particles generally cause only surface damage. However, a collision with a piece of metal only 1/8 of an inch in diameter, say about the size of an aspirin, could puncture the hull of a spacecraft or space station and cause a catastrophic depressurization. That's because these particles are moving so incredibly fast.
Number 17. Which of the following is probably most dangerous to astronauts on a spacecraft? Number 18. What makes particles in space so dangerous? Questions 19 to 21. Listen to portion 4 of Talk C.
So what can be done about this problem? Well, two engineers recently proposed a novel solution to the problem of orbital junk, a device that consists of an array of water-spraying cones lined with plastic fibers to collect the debris and canisters to store it in. I brought a model of this device along with me so you could see what it looks like. Although this invention is still in its conceptual stage, two possible uses have been proposed. It could be launched as a free-flying satellite that actively seeks out debris, or it could be launched into orbit with a spacecraft and serve as its shield.
Number 19. What did the speaker bring with her? Number 20. What role do the cones play in the device described in this portion of the talk? Number 21. What can be inferred about the device described in this portion of the talk? Questions 1 to 5. Listen to a talk given on a university radio station.
Hello, this is Dana Lockwood with the Campus News at noon. Yesterday, the Board of Regents voted to raise tuition here at Hamilton University for the third year in a row. As in the previous 2 years, there will also be increases in the student fees and the room and board charges at the dormitories. This 5% increase makes Hamilton the second most expensive school to attend in the state. Only Babcock University charges more. Penny Chang, co-executive of the Student Council, told us today that there should be some corresponding increase in student services, such as longer hours at the library, more contact time with faculty, and improved lab facilities. However, a spokesperson for the administration said that the additional money has already been earmarked to pay for the higher insurance premiums that the university is being charged, and for the construction of a new dormitory.
Number 1. For how many consecutive years has tuition at Hamilton University gone up? Number 2. Which of the following is not mentioned in the talk as going up? Number 3. What does the speaker say about Babcock University? Number 4. According to the speaker, who is Penny Chang? Number 5. What can be inferred from the remark made by the spokesperson for the administration? Questions 6 to 9. Listen to a lecture given by a biologist.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if a person who had lost a hand or a leg in an accident could simply grow another in its place? Humans can't do this, of course, nor can any other mammal, but there are creatures who can do this and more. The champions at regeneration are starfish and some types of worms. If only a small piece of one of these creatures remains alive, it can regenerate an entire new body. Imagine that! Then there are animals such as salamanders or insects that can regenerate entire limbs. When these creatures grow a new limb, here's what happens. A regeneration bud forms at the surface of the wound. It is usually cone-shaped and contains the same kind of embryonic cells that were present at the birth of the creature. These develop into specialized cells as they grow, and a new organ is gradually formed. Unfortunately, the more complex a creature, the less it is able to regenerate. Snakes can replace their skin when they shed it. Birds replace lost feathers. Even humans have certain powers of regeneration. When our top layer of skin wears off day by day, it is continually replaced. Our nails and hair are constantly being replenished. Even our second set of teeth represents a kind of regeneration. And we are able to repair damage, such as bone fractures and injuries to the skin and muscles. Some scientists are studying the process of regeneration in lower animals to try to learn more about it, so that someday they will be able to apply the lessons they learn to humans. Although it's doubtful that humans will ever be able to do what salamanders or insects do, this research may in the future help doctors heal wounds more quickly.
Number 6. Which of the following is best able to regenerate lost body tissues? Number 7. Which of the following would not be considered regeneration? Number 8. According to the speaker, what is in a regeneration bud? Number 9. According to the speaker, why are scientists studying the process of regeneration? Questions 10 to 12. Listen to a lecture about Noah Webster.
Today, I'm going to talk a little about Noah Webster and the impact he had on American English. Webster was born in Connecticut in 1758 and graduated from Yale University in 1778. This was during the time of the American Revolution, and Webster joined George Washington's army to fight against the British. The end of the war brought independence, but political independence didn't satisfy Webster. He wanted the former colonies to be intellectually independent from Britain as well. In 1783, Webster published a spelling book which would become known to generations of school children as the Blue-Backed Book because of its blue cover. A couple of years later, he published his dictionary. It is for his dictionary that Webster is chiefly remembered today. The Webster's Dictionary popular today is a direct descendant of that book published in the 1780s. In his dictionary, Webster made many changes in the way English was used in the United States. He suggested new ways of pronouncing words and added words used only in the former colonies to the language. Most of the changes, though, involved spelling. Today, most people in the United States spell words differently from people in Britain because of Webster's original dictionary. Let me just give you a couple of examples. In Britain, words like center end in R-E. In the United States, these words end in E-R. He also took the letter U from words like color. In the British spelling, that word ends with the letters O-U-R, but in the American spelling, it ends with O-R. Still, Webster did not go as far in revising spelling as his friend Benjamin Franklin wanted him to. Franklin wanted to drop all silent letters from words. The word wrong would have been spelled R-O-N-G, and the word love would have been spelled L-O-V.
Number 10. According to the speaker, when did Webster graduate from Yale University? Number 11. What is Noah Webster mainly remembered for today? Number 12. Which of the following is a spelling that Benjamin Franklin would have approved of?